scripted here.
And I've wanted to have her on for
just
a
kidding.
long time.
You what?
I've wanted to have her on for a long time.
Yeah,
So she is fantastic.
She's a little early, which we appreciate.
Which is awesome.
It's awesome.
So, Kirsten.
Hi.
Hi.
I didn't know if you guys were talking about me or somebody else that's
No,
totally
no.
fabulous.
It's you.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm
no.
just kidding. I knew
No.
you were talking about me.
So I know Kirsten from probably a good couple years doing like all the downtown Sarasota stuff, and I thought I was doing a lot of things and out and about and all that, and then I met Kirsten, and she's been doing What's Up Sarasota, and this I'll just tell what I know, like my thing, and then you're gonna go and correct all my mistakes.
No. So far you're good.
But I knew it's What's Up Sarasota. What's Up Sarasota, doing that, and she did her own grassroots video sponsored by Joe's, and it's exactly on par, like the kind of way that I think. That's why I think we kind of connected, because it's like if mainstream's not going to do it, I'll just fucking do it myself. I'm sorry.
I just said the same thing to Scott.
I gotta watch those.
Kirsten
moms.
and I were talking before going on the air, and she said the same thing. She got involved doing stuff because the big production places, the bigger news were not talking about Sarasota,
and you
like
say,
she did.
hey,
like she
hey, how about like you probably went to people and said, hey, how about an idea? I'll be like someone who will report all the goings on in Sarasota. Oh, I don't really think there's probably a market for that, or maybe not. Maybe that's a good idea, but maybe not now.
Thing is, I didn't ask. I just did it. I just went for it head first, not knowing what to expect. Before the TikToks and all the YouTubes were huge, I was just in my bathroom filming these on a camera, like not a Kodak camera, nothing that old, but again, it's 10 years ago. Think how quickly things have evolved since then. I'm in my bathroom with not even a cell phone filming it, but a camera, then a little disc that I put in the computer and send it to the editor, and they would upload it to This Week in Sarasota. Yeah. And I just kept doing more and more and more. And that, just like you, I've watched you do the amazing things with I Love Downtown Sarasota. You just keep doing it all.
Not a page. It's a group, not a page.
It's a group, not a page.
Sorry, I keep messing that up.
That's our tagline.
Yeah.
No. But you started with a page.
Well, there was a page associated at one point with I Love Downtown Sarasota. It's still out there, I believe. It was managed by the Hub, and that's where I was doing some of my videos through.
Okay.
Yeah, so definitely. I mean, any love for Sarasota and downtown, like we were saying, Scott and I were talking, Mark. Everything you just said, you nailed it. That's why I put my finger on my nose like we're playing charades, like ding, 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 yes.
Yeah,
nobody was talking about some of the cool stuff. And a friend said, well, how do you know of everything? At the time, and this is why I say to you, I love networking events. At the time, I was a member of like all the chambers locally. Yeah. I went to everything, and I loved it. I met so many people, Young Professionals Group, all that. And then all these other marketing places started to come on the scene, and I said, yes, go to those. Those help us all. And it really has. It's spread out, and you feel it. And now we're not just talking about what we do for work. We're talking about the art and the entertainment that's around us, the cool people that are doing the great things, the chefs, the musicians, as I mentioned. I mean, it's endless talent in Sarasota.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And we always talk about the growth.
Yes,
right?
yes.
It's the last 6-7 years and before that. So you've seen that if you were doing these types of things 10 years ago on the best scale you could. Yeah. And now it's grown so much, the number of restaurants and obviously all the
and the interest here in the area too. They look for people like Kirsten's and her thing just to know what to do and where to go and where to eat and all that. So
and it feels more trustworthy when it's not like some big thing doing it. It's somebody local who loves the area. Right. Like you want to listen to the locals, the people who live here, especially if you're not from here. And I've always said that my videos are made for locals, about locals, but for everybody that comes to Sarasota.
Now tell us where this has taken you. So this has been a beautiful journey that I've watched.
She retired some time ago from her job, from her career.
Yeah. I've been watching this take place.
And so she looks pretty young to be retired that
you
long.
Flirt. Scott's
no, really, I'm
with
just
me.
kidding. I'm just saying. No, but really, I'm like,
Thank you so
retired?
much. Yeah.
Way back then.
Watching this happen the entire time, so watching go from the grassroots videos that she was doing to then her own meet and greets, and then she does the trivia over at Joe's. Yeah. She does trivia at Tammy Taps. Please tell me some more. Yeah. I'm sure there's other stuff.
I don't know any of this.
I did bingo for a while, and here's the thing. Back in the day, speaking of events, I just have to say this. Back in the day, we had Beneva Fruitville doing drag queen bingo, and we're going back again 10 years when I first started doing my videos, and that was one of the events everybody loved, but nobody was telling anybody to go to. And I said, this is something. So just helping and talking about these cool events. Drag Queen Bingo, she's now doing it at McCurdy's. Now it's morphed into this whole thing. She's in New York now. Like, it's crazy to see the people that you put your attention to and help, like you do. I see you doing it, Mark.
Yeah.
They thrive even bigger. So it's not just by luck that Sarasota is what it is. It's by our love that Sarasota is what it is.
And it's so great to actually have people, like, you come to your events, or like if you introduce somebody to somebody
all
else.
Of it. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they come up to you later and go, hey, thanks for introducing me to this
person.
My wife.
Yes.
Or we've been friends for the past 3 years, man. We met at your event.
It's cool, fun community stuff.
I've been here 7 months. I feel like I've been here 15 years.
Yeah, don't you?
I've met.
Because I'm cramming Sarasota down your throat, my friend.
No, I mean, but
you're in good hands.
I'm on a podcast.
In good hands too.
And and everybody I've met, again, you're from here. Mark's basically from here. But
Kirsten
most people
totally
are
is a unicorn.
Not. And most people, are not from here.
No.
So what you guys do about getting the word out about all the things you can do,
because otherwise, how would you know?
Is important if you moved here. And so many people move to a strange city like Sarasota.
I've done it many times. Growing
I've met
up,
a lot of strange people here,
yeah.
so I call it a strange city.
Everybody looks good right now, by the way. If you're listening, everybody today on the street at the farmer's market nobody's up to shenanigans. They're all looking good.
No shenanigans.
86, sunny.
That's going to be on the 29th. Speaking of which, 29th, will you be there at the ILDS Lido Beach Party? 29th this month.
Do me a favor. Explain it to me like I don't know anything about it so all the listeners know.
Kirsten. So,
Mark, what's this event coming up?
Oh, funny you mentioned that. Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
So we are having I'm going to do it in my best radio voice ever.
It sounds great.
All right, so we're doing
Go slow.
We're doing a beach event over at Lido Beach on the 29th.
I'm excited.
It'll be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of alcohol, or let me say libations. Oh, photo op. Oh, Scott, please, no.
Pausing for the cause.
Pausing for the cause.
I put my Rise and Nice cup up there.
There we go.
And look how sweet. Happy Easter. How cute is
on
that?
every cup.
Okay.
So, and I don't know, do you know your Beach Bob? Do you know Beach Bob?
Everybody does,
okay,
right?
As
I love
out of my mouth, that was a silly question.
Always ask, because you can't assume.
Do you know Mark? Do you know Mark or Bob? And they're like, well, of course we do.
Let me bring up a funny thing last night. What happened to McCurdy's? So we go to McCurdy's, and I guess you were talking to the gentleman behind that were judging. They were having like a laugh off. I guess they had like 9 comics went up there. It was
the Super Bowl of comedy.
Super Bowl of comedy.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds super.
It was very, very fun. So apparently, like, you were talking or something about the judges behind us.
Well, I came in and
you tell the story, Scott. Please take it.
Yeah, sorry. So I mean, if you want it firsthand.
No. I wanted to hear it from you.
So we came in and first when we came in,
it's got a funny end.
We went to the bar before they opened up to be seated. We were in the bar area, and Mark was accosted by a woman, and she just went up to him. I'm not exactly sure how she said it.
I don't want to talk about it.
I think she just went up to him and said, "You're that guy.
No,
you're that guy."
You get that.
Hot.
But you get that.
Well, they usually don't look at my face because I have a low-cut top on. So when people actually see my face, they're like, "You're that girl?"
And he says, so I assume you probably then said, yeah, ILDS. I love downtown Sarasota.
But they're always
it's a group, not a page.
Right.
And
they're always kind of tentative.
For a while.
So it's always kind of like, what's your name?
Yeah.
Like, is your name start with an M?
Yeah.
You know,
my God,
it's Mark.
That's
mine is
so
Mark.
great.
Are you the,
That's
it's always,
great.
but it's very cool though because it means it's working.
Yes.
Like his experiment is working, and that's always cool.
And that's how it is everywhere. I mean,
sorry,
we're hanging out in front of Cask and Ale. Last Sunday, people are stopping to talk to the guys, so it's pretty cool. So we finally go in, we get seated, and we get seated right in front of the judges. The judges are in the back, the stage is in the front, and I'm joking. I don't know. I was joking with Terry with a Y, and I was saying that Mark was famous.
Yes.
So the guy sitting there, the judge, is like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, how rude.
So Mark wasn't there.
Is this your conversation, sir? No.
So Mark wasn't there at the time. So I told him, oh, he's famous. He's got this page. He goes, well, introduce him then.
Not a page.
When they introduce, the judges will introduce Mark.
Yeah.
So I wrote down,
this is
Mark.
Funny.
I write down Mark Lecca from It's a Group, Not a Page.
Yes.
I Love Downtown Sarasota on a piece of paper. So halfway through the show, they introduce the judges, but they don't say anything about him. And I'm like, what the WTF? I'm like, come on. So a little later, some guy gets up on stage in between comics, and he goes, Mark Kalekaka.
Oh, girl.
So we have somebody here, I guess, and it's anyone
Really?
and everyone knows Mark Kalika Malaka. And so like there's lights come
everybody,
on. I don't know what the heck's going on.
Not one, he didn't know about it.
And
I
it was
love
crickets.
And not one one person laughed or cheered or
Humbling.
not even the lady who accosted you earlier. You would think she
Like-
would have got up and did
She's
that.
like
No.
So,
So-
and he's looking at me like, what the heck? What's going on? I'm like, oh, dude, that thing went over like a lead balloon. Is what I said.
So funny.
It was bad.
That's so funny.
It didn't
Well,
come
you
out.
helped the next guy that came on after that.
Yes, exactly.
You're a team
Anything
player.
more than great. Hey, that was for you, that was for you, friend.
Oh my goodness.
So
That was
Oh
fun.
It was a
God!
good time.
And again, the name thing. You know, I get Kirsten. It's Kirsten, but I get Kristen. I get it all. And at one point, I just let it ride. You know, at least they're engaging with somebody. Why not? Call me Kristen.
If I'm
I've been called
Julie,
worse.
be Julie. Just whatever you want to call me. Whatever
Yeah.
you want to call me, Daddy.
The name thing.
I'm sorry.
And so it's Kirsten Sponseller. Imagine trying to learn how to spell that name as a kid. It's a lot of letters. Kirsten Sponseller.
And I'm sure you see a lot Spoon Seller, right?
Spoon Seller
With
for
two
sure.
O's?
Yeah. Which is fine too. I don't mind either. I don't mind that either. I don't.
As long as they know who you are and what you do.
Yeah. At this point, if
There's
the
no
vibe
such thing
is
as bad
good-
publicity. Just don't spell my name wrong.
Right.
motherfucker. Edit that out. Sorry.
No, that's it.
And-
Right, right in. That's right in. No, but it's just the town is
Yes.
full. I know. Okay, let me take that back. It's not full of Kirstens because you're one of a kind.
Thank you, sir.
really
Thank you.
doing everything about downtown. You're everywhere. Spreading the love for the pureness of just the love of Sarasota.
Yeah.
There's no money back end thing. I mean, she makes a
No.
living, I'm sure, but I
Yeah.
mean, that's not the thriving part of this at all.
Never has
And
been.
that's what I respect so much about her.
Thank you.
Because everything is just for the love of Sarasota.
Yeah.
Like,
So
Yeah. And I'm not trying to get famous or anything like that. It truly is.
but see, this is funny
to
though
be
because
cool
it happens.
about my
though.
town.
What's happening with Channel 7?
Oh, that's right.
Because
I don't even
she does
think
not
to brag.
See, right? She doesn't intend it to happen, and when people don't intend it to happen,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So tell us
yes.
about that.
So I'm fortunate and lucky enough and grateful. I've been asked by a friend of mine, Joey Panic, going back in the day. He was actually when I first started doing my What's Up videos in the studio, because I've done them in different places and stuff like that. It's always just morphed into the next best thing is what it's always done, right? And Joey was there, helped along the way on some of the things, and then reaches out to me years later. He's on ABC7. He does the Suncoast View. And the Suncoast View, it's such a fun show. It's on at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. And it's locals talking about local cool stuff. Just my vibe, my jive, everything. So November of 2022, Joey calls me and says, hey, I want to do something. Let's come up with an idea. Kind of like what you and I keep doing. We want to do something. The timing will come.
It'll
It
happen.
always does.
Yeah, it'll happen.
And I said, well, let's do something after the first of the year. So he asked me to be on the show. So every other Monday, it was going to be every Monday, but it's a lot because I'm still doing the What's Up Sarasota, the events, and then now doing live TV every other Monday on ABC7 at 9 a.m. talking about what's up. And it's
See how easy that plug was for a
Yes.
professional?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How she slipped that right in. That's
it was
awesome.
yeah, see?
I didn't
It was
even have
so
to
good.
ask.
It's so good. I'm so happy. I can't tell you how much I love it, but I will be honest, if you guys have watched or when you do tune in this Monday at 9 a.m. at ABC7 at Suncoast View, look for Kirsten Sponseller and What's Up. I don't know what I'm saying. Once that camera is on, like right now on the mic, I'm cool. I'm
Yeah.
cool when I film my videos, but when it's somebody else's baby, it's their baby. I'm a guest on this show. I'm so grateful to be there talking about more things that are great in Sarasota. I don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
It's like blackout mode, and you just talk until it's over, and you loved it.
And I heard that a lot about doing this. People
Yeah.
come on, they're comfortable because
Yeah.
that's what we're just chewing the
Yeah.
fat here.
That's how
We're
the
just-
show
We're
is.
chat-chitting.
totally unscripted.
Unscripted.
Nothing written down.
No.
Sometimes we forget to show up.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Not to me though. Maybe to you guys.
but see, this is also good. This is right in your forte too, because just knowing everything about Sarasota, you
Yeah.
are this, and it just comes out. I'm sure.
So
And then
good.
when that camera goes on and the little red light comes on, turns from red to green.
Yes.
At the top of the camera, you're like,
Yep. Yeah. And I think
But-
a couple times I've looked at the camera and just like 2 double thumbs up, like a cheese ball. So I'm afraid to watch, to be honest, because if I watch, I will cringe. Because again, I'm just on autopilot.
Right.
And sometimes autopilot is dangerous.
Well, but also lucky for you, you know this city inside and
Yeah,
out. So I'm
yeah,
sure even on
yeah,
autopilot,
yeah.
it comes out great.
Thank
like
you.
it's almost like
Yeah.
you look at your own photo and you're like, oh my god, I
Yes.
look so.
Yes.
And other people look at it like, Scott, you look great. Man.
Yep.
Like you're like, no, look, my teeth are too white.
Yep. My teeth
That's an inside joke.
Well, did you see
My hair's
this?
too perfect.
Did you see our little promo? Look at what he did.
Look how white his teeth are. I wonder how that happened, Photoshop.
And Christine's.
Well, you both look fabulous.
Fabulous.
You know what's funny? There was a picture I took recently, and my teeth look super white. And again, I didn't doctor it in any way, but I haven't shared it because I'm like, this looks like false advertisement because I'm missing a tooth. They're crooked. They're not perfect. So when you see yourself like that, it's not like, oh gosh, it's more like people are going to see the real me and go, wait a minute, everything else has been a lie.
But we try to keep everything as like as is.
Yeah.
And
The pictures
Scott,
are
your
great.
teeth are very white.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I complimented you when you walked out,
Yeah.
didn't I? Didn't I say fresh-faced? I said fresh-faced.
And you're very young-looking gentleman.
Right.
I have to say
Right.
that.
You are.
No, you are a very young-looking
Okay.
gentleman.
So tell us
Yeah.
what if somebody were a little bit newer
Okay.
to the area, a year or two, because there's still a lot of people who've been here 5 years who don't even know where Rising is or Bricks are.
Right.
They just stayed. I have some clients that just stay south of here and they never come downtown. So if you, being the expert, if you had to throw out a couple recommendations,
Okay.
and I know you don't want to get everybody else in trouble that you don't mention, because you know everybody probably.
Yeah.
But what would you say, like the top 3, 4, 5 restaurants you would just say,
Let's say-
I mean, on an upper scale,
Love
nice
that.
restaurant.
I see where you're going.
I
like
love it.
saying like a group of restaurants that would be recommended.
Yeah.
Because
So-
there are a lot of great
They're all
ones.
great.
They
Yeah.
are. And can I just tell you this on the restaurant tip? And someone who I've worked with in the past is the Sarasota Manatee Originals. And again, this isn't scripted. It's not plugged. I didn't know you were going to ask this. But for anybody that's new to town, again, Sarasota Manatee Originals. Talking about local love, right? Michael Klobber, who does Michael's on East, who owns Michael's on East, created this group with local restaurant owners to promote each other, to have like a group together where, hey, we're a restaurant, but we're not a group, but it's, again, a networking thing. And it has morphed into this immense, cool group. It's just a whole happening. So now they do this at Forks and Corks wine tasting, which you probably have heard of Forks and
That's
Corks.
next weekend.
That's
right?
them.
And I'm out of town.
It sells out within seconds. When
Yeah.
that goes online, so that's been an annual favorite of mine. One of the first events I went to when I was doing the catering and events coordinating for Cosmos back again, 2010, before I started doing my videos, I was a part of that group. And I was like, more people need to know about this. More people. And I just, again, when I started doing my videos, I bragged about the Sarasota Manatee Originals. Mike Evanoff, who owns Evie's, that whole group, he's been a great guy too. He, the 5 O'Clock Club that used to be on Hillview, he's got that space. So there's just too many to mention to go to that are just phenomenal. I know you guys are going to be talking to Raph, and Classico is incredible. Talk about good places that started for the right reasons. That was a bookshop when he first opened it, and it has morphed into this whole club venue. It's amazing. So he'll tell you more about that, but definitely I recommend Classico and Carajulio's, and I believe both those restaurants are a part of the Sarasota Manatee Originals. So if you're on social media or even if you're online, you got a phone, grab it. Check out Sarasota Manatee Originals. The way they do their website, it breaks it down for what are you in the mood for.
Right.
You want a little Chinese food? Do you want some sushi?
So Sarasota Manatee
Sarasota
Originals.
Originals.
Is that a...
So they're original locally owned restaurants here in Sarasota Manatee County.
Okay.
And they all work well together.
So that's a group that they have.
That's a group
Is
that
it
they
public,
have.
though, that people
Yep.
can go on there and see stuff? Okay.
Yep, yeah.
And it's a Facebook?
It's an actual website.
Website.
It's a
Okay.
website. And they
All
do a lot in Sarasota. Like, they've got a bunch of wine tastings that they put together. They really do it right. Like, it's upscale, nice stuff.
Okay.
And they've also got, like, places like Pops, Sunset Grill that's on the water. Like, they're a member, too. Like, there's seafood restaurants. There's upscale. There's all kinds of stuff on there. So I always suggest to people, again, spreading that local love and what people are already doing here. I don't need to reinvent that wheel. I just need to show people here's where the resource is.
Right.
Sarasota Manatee Originals is the way to go.
That's a
for
website
real.
to go
Yeah.
check it out.
And
Okay.
actually, if you tune in on Monday, I'm going to be talking more about some of those wine tastings.
Okay.
You've just inspired.
9 a.m. Monday.
9 a.m. Monday. We're
On-
talking about wine.
On what channel?
ABC 7. It's WWSB, ABC 7.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
great. Thanks for the pictures, by the way.
Yeah, no, I dropped off.
I don't know what my hair looks like, but I'm sure I look fabulous.
You look fabulous. No, I just took some pictures because on the site we're going to go ahead and when we split this up, obviously, see, we're evolving.
Yeah.
You know?
It's only going to keep getting cooler. It's always going to evolve.
Thank you.
Just like I said with my videos. They've evolved from
this
the
whole thing's an
studio to the
experiment.
bathroom. Yes.
Yeah, the group was an experiment. It could have gone south quick. It didn't, luckily. This could go south quick. I don't know.
And you didn't ask permission. You just did it. Like I said, I didn't ask people if this would work. I just did it. Just like you, Mark.
Yeah.
You get it.
This is why we connect. We connect.
I love you.
We're going to do something.
I know we will. Oh, and the party, too, on the beach.
Yes, okay, let's get back to that.
The 29th?
It's on the 29th, Saturday the 29th.
Okay.
It's not next weekend, but the weekend after that.
Okay.
And should we, we can kind of say, we can say what we're going to do.
We're going public?
Yeah, I think we're going to public with this.
Anybody's listening to this.
Because all 5 people.
All 15 people are going to hear about our plan.
So next Saturday.
There might be 100
Our plan that is still flexible.
You know what? And when this does hit and it's going to, it'll be over. The event's over, so it doesn't really
matter. That's what I'm saying.
So,
by the time everybody listens to the show, the 29th
So on that
passed.
Saturday, we're going to meet in front of Gator Club, and I got a portable unit here. And so we're going to go and take this little portable unit onto the Bay Runner.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to do the podcast from the Bay Runner to the, and we're gonna go to the beach, pre-set up at the beach. So Beach Bob will be out there with all the drinks and the canopies and all that kind of stuff. We'll come back here, do the podcast, get on the Bay Runner. We'll be podcasting down to the beach, and then we'll hit the beach for like 30 minutes. We'll podcast there on the beach, interview some people, whatever, then proceed to have a good time at the beach. We'll end the show and carry on.
I love it. I love it.
So please arrive.
So
please.
Gator,
I love it.
Please come to the beach. I don't want a lot of people coming to the Gator and then getting on the Bay Runner with us, and then the
that's
people
why we're not
can't
posting
get on
to the group.
That's not why we're not telling everybody.
Meet us at the Gator.
That's why this is a big secret.
Well, again, we're going to ask for permission later because I don't know if we can do that on there, but we're just going to do it.
I've done that with the LaBarge.
Oh, did you?
So
okay.
Oh, so I feel story coming on here. Tell us.
It's just a sinister thing. It's not even sinister. It's not meant to be sinister. But if you want to rent that out for a party, it's pretty expensive.
I've already asked.
But if you just tell your friends to show up, everybody just pays whatever they have to pay to get it.
Right.
And they all happen to get there very early, so it's all your people,
right?
And they get on first because you got to line up to get on there.
Yes.
And they sell out.
Yes.
So if you ahead of time, if you just have your people, I know this because it was like $3,500.
I love them.
For and they hold 75 people comfortably. I think it was. I was talking to, I forgot her name now, the booker for the place because I wanted to have an ILDS party on there last year.
And the LaBarge is a barge ship where you can get on there. They serve cocktails. They have a band, a musician playing. I've gone on there with DJs, and it's been amazing. They do all kinds of parties on this LaBarge, and it's an open boat. You're just on there having cocktails
two
for the
stories,
sunset. Palm trees on the boat.
And you got the food. You got light fare, light cocktail fare. But it's just it's amazing.
You just tell your friends to show up.
And it's great. And we're local. We're as local as you can get.
Yeah.
And I go on there probably once a month.
It's because here's the cool thing about it. You don't have to worry about cleaning it afterwards. Even if you own a boat, it's a nice ride to take because somebody else is doing all the work for you. Right. That's the point, right?
And it's just you just sit back and the drinks are great and they got the palm trees up there.
Yeah.
Take clients there, take friends there. It's and what do we lovingly call that? We lovingly call what's our nickname for that place?
The LaBarge?
LaBarge, the Booze Cruise.
Oh, the Booze Cruise.
Yeah, I like it. I didn't mean to put you on the spot because I know it's something you know.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Booze.
Yeah. So is that the Booze Cruise? On the Booze Cruise.
I love
excuse me.
It sounds fancy when you say Booze Cruise. LaBarge.
It's LaBarge. So usually this is kind of the way we were doing. So we go to LaBarge Cruise to the sunset, and then we go ahead and go over to O'Leary's.
Yeah.
And just kind of finish the night over there.
Perfect.
And just, blackened shrimp and just watch, well, now the sun is already set. Yeah. And just have them live music there.
It's so
live
beautiful.
Music is fantastic. I mean, anywhere, just anything. I'm thinking about that. Anywhere downtown you go.
Walking through the farmer's market to come over here at Rise and Nyes over here on State Street, there's live music over there on Lemon. It's just fantastic, like you said.
Is it right there in front of the Mark?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. That's where I parked.
And they got people that are playing violins over there. I mean, I don't know right now, but different places. I love. There used to be a gentleman who played the harmonica.
Oh.
And he was a guy that I don't good times, bad times. I don't say that, right?
Yep.
But he'd always come out here. He'd have his harmonica. He'd have his little speaker out, and he'd play just right in the corner. Very, very talented. And I haven't seen him recently. I think maybe he moved on or something. But
you know what? Now
so much raw musical talent seeping out of everywhere.
Yep.
I got to bring something up.
You bring it up.
And I want to ask.
Sorry, just somebody's legs caught my eye.
Oh,
somebody's legs.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Hey, I check out women too. Like, I'm not into women that way.
Okay, but
I love men, but women are just phenomenal, right?
Scott, your legs are fantastic.
I just saw her walk by, and I'm like, girl, okay.
You got it going on.
But
she does.
You need to give us a heads up on that.
I will.
Okay, next time.
Next
throw
time.
something at us.
But it's just the human body. It's fantastic.
Agreed.
The things that our bodies can do are phenomenal.
Agreed.
It's an appreciation. Mark,
Agreed.
what's
the question?
got,
Here's
babe?
the question. That was okay. To explain that.
Was
silence,
that a bird?
That was someone's soul.
Yes, it literally
That
was. It was the biggest butterfly I've
Mom?
seen.
That was was it a butterfly caught in our corner of my eye?
It's floating
huge.
around. It's going up to
down.
everybody.
It came down, gave its approval to whoever.
Yeah.
And left.
One of you guys did something good.
Butterfly. Ooh.
That butterfly was. It was
He
like a
was looking right
monarch
at you.
butterfly, right?
Wasn't
I hope
it?
so.
It was
I feel
closer to you.
lumped over that.
Yeah,
That was
lamps are
gorgeous.
feeling a little flushed.
Yeah.
All right, so
Butterfly in the
so we're gonna go in a time capsule now, back about 2 years, in front of Classico. There was a gentleman
Yes.
that used to play
Yes, sir.
the piano.
Yes, sir.
And I think we all know. Well, Scott, maybe you might not know the story, being 6 months here, but there was a gentleman, and he played, and I guess the one that happened to catch the video was "Sticks Come Sail Away," and he would play this on the piano, and it's mesmerizing what this guy plays. He's a homeless gentleman, and a YouTube video, I guess, got out or something, and then someone saw that.
And there's debate on who filmed it, because I know the two people that are debating on who filmed that, because it went viral. Like, it was posted on Facebook one day, and it was everywhere the next.
Yeah.
And again, Raph from Classico, he'll know more about this story, but
Okay,
you're
so
1,000% correct.
Right, and so now, but the piano's back.
Yep.
And it's now at the art gallery right there on the corner, and they've got it inside to go and recondition it.
Right.
So if you go back, it's right there on the corner of Main Street and Palm.
Yep.
And this may not be true. Okay, I've heard rumors about this though. Yeah. So he went on to stardom.
Yeah.
Like, he went on,
Yep.
cleaned up, life together, all this kind of stuff.
Reconnected with his kids.
His kids got a record deal, all this, and this is for the past couple of years. And this may or may not be true, but I heard this the other day that actually he's kind of back.
Oh.
And I'm trying to confirm or deny this. I don't want to spread rumors at all.
No,
but
of course not.
But
you know Raph will know more, because I know Raph followed that story pretty closely, because it was at his place.
Right in front of
And at that
Classico,
time, that was like an art installation. They had pianos set up all over Sarasota. And that one was a popular one, because it was a popular corner. People would play that one the most. Like, they played them all over Sarasota. So you'd just be walking through Sarasota, you hear somebody playing the piano.
Yeah.
Wasn't always great.
And then they have one over at Art Ovation. They have the one over there kind of tucked in there.
And
Ovation.
it still might be there.
Yeah,
I need to go by over there and look, because I love Art Ovation. Oh, I love that hotel.
yeah.
So that's,
it's
we
so
need to ask Raphael about that, though.
Yeah.
And again, if it's not true, I apologize. I don't know. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there because I heard it.
I
and
hope
we want to.
it's-
I hope it's not at all. I hope he went on to happiness.
Right.
Yeah, me
all
too.
That.
Me too. Because that was phenomenal. Everybody was like, what? That was so cool. Yeah. And I was even saying about that place right there, that location used to be a bookstore. Again, I used to go to book readings and networking things at Classico when that location was a bookstore. And then you started selling sandwiches, and it just got bigger and bigger and morphed and morphed, because everybody, again, you give something your love and attention, it's going to grow. And that's what's happened with him as well. And now it's a cool restaurant where it's fine dining, it's delicious food. Again, he's another gentleman I want to do more with, because I just respect him. And they've got the nightclub that happens at night, and he does all kinds of good stuff in Sarasota.
No,
Definitely a good man
Classico.
to talk to. Classico.
Nightclub?
Yep. Well, I call it a nightclub. I mean, at one point there wasn't that much going on here. Like, we had Ivory, and up the road we had a couple others as well, but like a place to go dance.
Yeah.
A place where they're going to set up a DJ for you, and it's just the dance floor is it. That's what Classico had been. Yeah.
Wow. Now it's interesting too, because I'm sure what Patrick's now. That surprised me.
Yeah.
Patrick's in the past month and a half or so. Now after 10 o'clock becomes a club.
Cool.
So actually now it's, because we went there. You were there with me the other. Like, it was about 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
It was around St. Pat's.
It's not a huge kicking thing at the moment, but they're trying it, you know. And there were some people there, a couple dozen people in there, and they had a DJ. And
love it.
So like more of this is happening now. Like there's more more to do.
Yeah,
for
and
all types of people.
Also, Rafferty's we're talking downtown mostly. We haven't really mentioned the Key. We got the Gator Club here, but we got like the Beach Club on the Key. There's other places too, but if we're just referencing downtown, Rafferty's does some cool DJ stuff, like my old school kind of, I like those break beats. I like that kind of stuff. So on Thursdays, they do stuff there too. And at one point, Thursday night used to be the hot night here in Sarasota. Like after 9 or 10, the place just lit up. And now there's just so much going on that almost any night of the week you're going to find something cool to do here.
Yeah.
Legit, yeah.
It's hard not to go out.
Yeah.
And it was a little crowded on the
streets
last night.
As professionals, we have to kind of like, we do our thing.
Yeah.
It's so hard not to be like, let me just grab a drink or two.
Yeah.
That turns into 5 or 6.
It's happened to me. And here's the thing, too.
The best of us.
I recently figured this out. I thought I was just, after coming back from quarantine and all that, getting back into the jive and the vibe of things, I'm like, I can't handle my liquor. It's not the liquor I can't handle. My vision has gotten bad. So I feel more intoxicated than I am. And
that's what my problem is.
That's what it is.
That's
it's
what
not. It's not.
That's why I went to these.
Get your eyes checked. You'll be fine.
It's not the 15 Coronas I had. It was my eyes.
You'll be able to drink more.
Yeah, I'm getting a little older. It's my eyes.
Yeah, thank you. Going out tonight.
Yes. Just put a couple eye drops in, and you'll be fine.
A little Visine, and you're good to go.
But it was weird because I really was like, we were all a little bit different people when we came back from quarantine, like different creatures. And that was one of the things. I was like, I just can't drink like I used to. And I just
like
realized
out of the box.
My eyes.
As much as we possibly could in a short period of time.
Yes, yeah.
So let's get back to real quick, like what you mentioned before, so the recommendations of, all right, and again, not the best quote unquote place to go, but what's some of the things like that you know of that maybe recent things, new things?
Oh gosh, yeah. Which is cool that you're asking me that, because a lot of what we're talking about now on ABC7 and what I've always loved to talk about are the things, once again, that nobody's talking about, the new stuff. That's coming up on the horizon, and there is so much new. I'm trying to think off the top of my head right now. Out there at UTC, everything that's downtown is going out to UTC. Can I tell you guys about the dream I had?
I would be upset if you don't.
It's real morbid. It's really sad. So it's I referenced UTC, and we're talking restaurants, and it just triggered my nightmare. So, they're doing the Moat Marine facility out there, the Moat Aquarium, the laboratory, and all that. Much respect to Moat. I love them. They open our eyes to so much. We're on the water. We should care about the water. Mm-hmm. This is our livelihood here. I'm surprised more business owners don't care. Sometimes it just drives me nuts.
They're saving the turtles now, right?
Yes.
It's turtle season and all that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
so
in a big way. Yeah.
So they're doing that new facility out there, and now students in our area are going to get a really good STEM education out of that. They're going to have K through 12 educational programs there. And that's what we have to learn. Like growing up, we didn't eat a lot of seafood, even though we always lived on the water. I never knew that much about the aquatics around me. I think it's nice to be educated. So with that in mind, I love what Moat's doing. But the nightmare I had with all the new restaurants out there and Moat going out there. Fast forward, the year is 2123. Moat Marine is now a farm-to-table restaurant where the wealthy can go eat the extinct endangered species.
Oh, that shed it. That
what did you eat or drink that night
before
you
going
to bed? Wow.
Nightmare fuel. That's nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Right? But again, it's always those dystopians. I watch a lot of science fiction. That was it. It's now a restaurant. It's no longer a laboratory. It's a farm-to-table where you can eat extinct animals.
Could I have that blowfish?
Yes, exactly.
And I'll have 2 blowfishes. And,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Weird dream, right? And you guys, it's so weird that we're talking about food and them.
You know this is a woman that breathes Sarasota.
Yes.
If she's having Sarasota utopian nightmares.
Oh, my goodness. At one point, I asked somebody, because most of my dreams involves everybody's there. Like even in this one, it was a packed restaurant full of everybody. But most of my dreams, it's surrounded with people and faces and places I know. And it's just a trip that felt so real. 100 years from now.
So you're looking around.
So you're going, I can't believe you're eating this.
I can't believe this.
Everybody at Joe's is sitting there at Moat Marine.
At Moat Marine.
Why are you eating blowfish?
Why eating blowfish?
Joe.
And also keep in mind, too, I'm also very sensitive to this, and I'm not doing this to preach at all, but I haven't eaten meat since 93, so my heart is with the animals and the other creatures on this planet as well. And I think that's my combination of not eating meat and the reality of what that is when people do, and it just in my mind, it's a visual that just messes with me, and that did. It got into my psyche. Talking about restaurants, new restaurants.
Yeah, right. That's a new
Moat Marine going out there. I combined all my fears.
Yeah, in 98 years, go check out Moat Marine, which will now be a restaurant out by Lakewood Ranch.
A farm to table.
Yeah, that old subdivision, Lakewood Ranch.
Yeah, crazy.
Decrepit.
That's right. Oh, that's another thing. Let's talk about some history. So going back to my previous career, mentioned I retired in 2008. I did phone work. So I worked for the phone company here, and I did the phone out there in Lakewood Ranch. So I have a history of doing the phone. Like, I helped create Lakewood Ranch.
Oh, see, this is...
Yeah, I helped bring communications to Lakewood Ranch, FiOS, the fiber optics and stuff. Yeah, we were working on that out there. So, yeah, I've been a part of the growth of this city, even before I realized what growth of this city was going to look like.
Yeah, it's one thing to witness the growth. It's something else to be part of.
Yeah, that's cool.
So whenever I go out there now, like, there's trees out there now. Like, it was just fields for a while of just construction.
Woven into the fiber of this city. This one is.
So anybody listening on your FiOS, you're welcome.
No, that's actually kind of funny. Because going back to the group, because I already told you my daughter always tells me, Dad, you're like putting too much in the group. Like you're blowing up their feeds, Dad. You gotta. And I know, Sierra, I know you're gonna talk to me about this, but that's okay.
I love it.
And so I ask people, and they're like, No, you're fine. He's like, No, you're blowing up the feeds. He's like, Dad, I know about social media. I know about.
True.
And I'm like, you know what? The internet.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Right. You know, we're so old and fuddy-duddy-ish, and they know about, there wouldn't be none of that without this. So,
yes.
This without that. So.
Yeah, we laid that groundwork.
Hey, Sierra, I love you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I do too. Keep giving them the raspberries.
So we're going to quick round, like a machine gun round.
Okay.
Newest, most interesting restaurant. Not the best, okay, I'm saying, but like what's something that comes to mind that's new that needs a plugging? Because we already know there's many that are fantastic unto themselves.
Yep.
What's something that...
I'm going to throw out Turmeric. It's an Indian restaurant over there on 10th, which that spot, again, was Starlight. It's in 10th and...
Coconut.
Coconut. Thank you so much, guys.
I walked by it the other day,
Yeah, it's right there behind the Publix.
Yep. Such a cool building. Such a cool space. Upstairs, downstairs, there's an elevator. You just feel fresh and fly when you're in there. And Turmeric opened, it's been a couple months ago now, and just fantastic.
And they have even space for
events,
meetings, conferences, stuff like upstairs.
And it's good Indian food. They do buffets. They do specialty cocktails. Like, you just feel special when you're in that building. When whoever is ever running that space, they always do such a good job with it. It's just that it's just not quite close enough downtown where people don't walk over there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you almost have to make it a destination, which talking about events I've hosted, I did bingo there for a while. It was so fantastic. We did bingo downstairs where everybody have dinner, play bingo, and upstairs after bingo, karaoke. Oh. So we made it like a destination. So if our friends are coming all this way, let's give them something to stay for, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they did, and it was so much fun. We had a great time there. But again, times change, things change. You do other new projects. And now it's Turmeric, and that's the place I want to talk about. So there we go.
So are they still doing that at Turmeric?
They're not doing that. No. This is when it was Starlight. This is a couple years back, yeah. So, we're not doing anything like that there, but... There's still cool events.
Where are some cool events that you are involved in?
Okay.
You said you're still doing bingo somewhere?
Yep, not doing bingo anymore. So that's what happens too. That's the other cool thing about when you come up with a good idea, others start to do it as well, which is fine. No harm, no foul. Yeah. You know it's coming, especially when they ask you to do it and you can't. They're going to find somebody that can, right? So there's lots of bingo places and lots of bingo events. So I try to switch it up. I'm still doing the trivia.
And where's that?
Trivia, I'm at Joe's on Thursday nights, which is on Main Street, 1448 Main Street.
And what time is that?
7 o'clock.
Okay.
And we get pizza. So again, collaborating with neighborhood friends, we get pizza from Mike Evanoff's place, Evie's, here at Tavern. Is it Evie's Tavern on Main? I think it's something like Evie's.
Evie's.
I say Evie's, I'm sorry, because it's Mike Evanoff's.
I don't think there's even a wrong thing.
I think
it's just whatever
you say. He's so good, man. Another good man in this town. But so we get pizza from them on Thursdays at Joe's. So Thursdays and Wednesday nights, I'm out at Tap 72 on Clark Road. So TAP 72, the 72 stands for State Road 72. Right. So I'm out there doing trivia.
Okay.
Is he choking?
So that's on Wednesday.
Yeah. And so that's Wednesdays. And then on Mondays, I'm at Joe's as well, doing a game that's more like the Family Feud. It's not bingo. We surveyed 100 people. and the top answers are on the board.
Okay.
So just like Family Feud, your team has to try to figure out what the top answer is going to be. So it's fun. It's trivial, but it's not trivia.
Right.
And that's a fun time. So that's what I'm doing right now, and then the What's Up, and then the ABC7 stuff. And then I'm trying to do like I used to do and actually attend the events that I tell everybody to go to. Because
that's right. We reached out and about Wednesday. So I invited her over to the Economic Club.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Over there Wednesday, and she was doing it was the trivia at
Tap 72.
The Taps,
72.
Right? Taps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm all over town.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so great, though. And that's the other thing, too. That's why I said that, like, if you can't do it, somebody's going to do it. That's why I appreciate you doing it. Because you're at places that I've told people to go to, you've told them to go to, and I can't always see or attend, so I can live vicariously through you.
And vice versa.
Yeah, cool.
Through your
Thank
show,
you.
man. So
yeah.
thank you
anybody
so much.
that's listening, like, just follow. I love Downtown Sarasota, the page. Or sorry, the group, not the page.
The group, not the page.
Yep. Just follow it for fun.
Yeah.
Because you show some really cool stuff in
Thank
Sarasota.
you.
Your perspective is beautiful.
Thank you.
And that's what makes what you do different than what I do, because it's your perspective, and then it's my perspective on my stuff. There's room for all of us here.
Right.
Yeah.
And different mediums, too.
Yep,
So, like,
yep.
you've got the video space down. I mean, that's your baby. That's your area. One time, at some point, I'm going to try to shoot this. That's not going to compete with What's Up.
Not at all. It's more love.
Right. This is just this.
Yeah.
What's Up is, out and about, at location, doing this, showing this, being at the event. So there's no one really going to be able to ever replace what Kirsten's doing,
and
with What's Up. So
to put it into perspective right here, last night's sunset, oh my God. It was one for the record books. And it went from orange to red to blue to purple. Like, it was amazing. So you go on social media, right? Everybody's sharing their sunset pictures. Again, everybody's perspective's different.
Right.
Perfect point, right?
That's
your
absolutely
sunset picture's different than mine. You're on the beach. I'm downtown. Let me show you my perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. We all have our ideas and our perspective on things. So just share it.
And collectively, if everyone works together, it gives the best representation of downtown in Sarasota that you can get.
Yep.
Kirsten's perspective, Scott, yours perspective, mine.
Yep.
Together,
Yeah.
Everyone learns the best of Sarasota.
And you're so good about it, too, because you're sharing your perspective with other people, and you're encouraging them to share theirs, too. That's what you do in your group. Yeah. Anytime somebody posts something, you're encouraging them to share their perspective. So you've been doing this for everybody.
And I really do try to answer, and Scott as well, try to answer everything within the group to get a personal response back.
You do. You're amazing.
Like you throw something out there, and then if nobody gets a response back, then it's like, well...
Yep.
I posted a picture and no one cared.
Nobody
cared. So I really try to go ahead and respond to everybody.
You're so good. And that's appreciated. People, it's a finesse to do those pages. Gosh darn it, those groups. Good grief. The page is one thing. A group is the hard work. Yeah. A page, I can put whatever I want on there and respond to you or not. But when it's a group, you are helping everybody to feel comfortable in that group. That's so different. You creating a group shows the kind of person that you are.
Well,
for real.
It's
a good thing. That's a beautiful thing.
And I do have to say, with my daughter, who I was teasing just a while ago, and Sierra, I love you. I was just teasing you. She has been a great part of doing the group.
Good.
Because it is a lot of work to go and do it. And she's on to bigger and better things now with her life, doing other things.
Yeah.
But she was a fantastic part, integral part in the past year with that group. So thank you, Sarah. That was a lot of work you did.
It is. It's not easy.
It's not
like
easy.
I said, a page is one thing. A page, it's all you. You can do whatever you want with that page. A group, if you want it to thrive and survive, you have to give your attention to it. And enough about, but still, thank you.
Yep.
I've said to you before on text, I said I've never been able to express how appreciative I am of you, because whenever I see you, it's like I'm in the middle of doing something and I can't tell you how much I respect and adore you.
Thank you.
I respect and adore you.
And vice versa. That's why I hope very, very soon we all get to do something together.
Yes.
Like the Make-A-Wish thing.
Oh my gosh,
if we could go in collaboration with something like that in the future.
I'm again so proud.
Yeah. Plus.
Nicole. And Nicole was on the show, right? Nicole Hancock, everybody. Over at Cinna Bistro. Yep. She's a good one. She's doing another woman who gets it. She's trying to encourage everybody to do networking events. Think outside the box. Do it at a movie theater where you can party in their lobby. You can have dinner, and then you can go inside and watch whatever movie you want. She'll put whatever you want on that screen.
Yeah.
I've got some ideas about that. I think maybe we can talk about those.
Yeah, and I went in there for the first time and talked. When I first met her, walked in, talked to her. She's doing a lot of talking. In my mind, just going. And she's showing me, look, we have private parties we can do. We can rent this out. And oh, my God, I'm thinking of all these things we can do. And I'm like, easy, calm down, bring it down.
That's what I do.
There's so much you can do there. So, anyway. Hey, so thank you so much for coming out here. I've been wanting to have you on for so long. I mean, she is downtown Sarasota.
Oh, yeah.
Kirsten is.
She knows it.
Thank you.
She knows
very
it.
much.
And I love the energy.
Thank you.
I think she's having a calm day. This is like,
Yeah.
this is calm. This is her relaxed.
This is
when she's
relaxed.
moving. You should see her over at the trivia.
Oh yeah, I'm moving, I'm dancing, I'm twisting, I'm shouting. It's craziness over there.
We're gonna have to get some group up
softer now.
for the trivia.
A little bit softer
We
now.
have to get some of our little posse up for the trivia.
Oh no, it's a lot of fun.
It's fun to come out for the Monday night game, the Family Feud game. I think
That
you guys
one,
would do great at because
okay.
it's 100 people we surveyed. You guys got to pick the top answer on the board.
Right.
It's fantastic.
All right,
It's
when does
great.
that start?
Mondays.
Mondays.
So
Mondays at 7 o'clock.
Monday, Thursday, Joe's.
Yep. And then,
Wednesday, Tap 72.
Yep.
There we go.
Trivia.
And then
So
what's
anybody,
up Sarasota?
yeah, and anytime she goes in and posts any kind of video or bit or something, it goes right in the group.
Yeah.
So
Mark's cool about
please,
that.
please
Thank you.
stay part of the group. If not, and also directly to Kirsten, anything she does, you can sign up for her page. And then what?
So what's your group
plug
or page?
your
It's just What's Up Sarasota
What's Up
on
Sarasota?
Facebook. You know, I haven't done the Instagram and I haven't done the Twitter with What's Up. I haven't even really done Kirsten Sponseller on Twitter. Not to refer to myself in the third person, but I'm just on Facebook, I guess. Like I said, I'm not trying to be famous out of this. I'm just trying to help
Did I
spread
spell
the
that
word.
right?
You nailed it.
Okay.
You nailed it. So, there's Raph calling.
Okay, take the call.
Okay.
Take the
call.
call.
I love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great meeting you.
All right.
Awesome. That was great.
That
That worked out great.
No, that was fantastic.
Good.
So.